Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1984 classic film All of Me, starring Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin, a bunch of other people. Very quick, hour and a half long film, classic film. The song All of Me is from this film. That song has been redone plenty of times, but this is a classic body sharing film, right? It's a good comedy. The two of them are just so wonderful together. It's hysterical that they are both within their 30s upon this film, and that they look just so much older than 30 compared to 30-year-olds now. So it's just funny how, times have changed, different products, different tech, etc. Now, this film is you have Lily Tomlin's character. She's a multimillionaire heiress who is dying, and she's been dying since birth, right? And so she has a plan to transfer her soul via a shaman into a willing younger woman who is the stableman's daughter. I think that's how the story went. And Steve Martin plays her lawyer, her new lawyer, to make sure the inheritance goes to her, but like it is still Lily's soul in the new girl's body, kind of a thing. And then, of course, things awry, and inadvertently, the bowl that has Lily's character's soul, it falls on Steve Martin's head, and the two of them share the same body. So it's his body with his conscious and her conscious doing stuff together. And it's interesting how they explain like a soul sleeping, because he falls asleep and she has to take over, or when she's sleeping, he's taking over. So it's a matter of, can he do his lawyer stuff? Can she still sort out the getting to the body of the proper source? And then what happens when the proper source reveals her ulterior motive? And then eventually soul transfer this and soul transfer that, and all these different soul transfers. It's very entertaining. Eventually getting back into play, and then once the soul is finally transferred into the appropriate body soul is transferred into a horse. It's very back and forth. It's very slapstick. It's very hysterical. The two of them, Lily Tomlin's character and Steve Martin's character, dancing at the end in the mirror, because he could see her reflection in, like, as her, not as the girl, that the woman that she inhabits. It was very neat having the two of them dance, and then they actually fall as a blooper, but they kept it. So I like that. I like that kind of like that 80s movie grit, that they used practical effects. They use, slapstick humor and like falling down or tumbling or stumbling, or very like body language is very comedic. Steve Martin is very good with body language being comedic. So it's cool seeing that. You don't have a lot of that now. You had a lot of that 80s, 90s. So it's neat having a refresh, going back to a 1984 film, seeing it. We watched it recently, and my dad's birthday was this past weekend, and he wanted to watch it because the song was just stuck in his head. And I've never seen the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces over the 32 years of my existence, but I never saw the whole thing until now. So watched it. It was great. It's funny. Nice classic film. Yeah. All of Me. 1984's All of Me, starring Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.